Welcome to Cornerstone Presents for September. Hi, I'm Richard Montez, and welcome to Wrocław, Poland. I just arrived a few days ago after having done a large musical production in Čakovec, Croatia. Right now we're trying to plan something for 2009, but I want to show you all that the Lord did for the month of September in Croatia. Here's a short report.
I arrived in Croatia and was met by Vlado Hoblaj, ready for me to get to work with a brand new version of The Judgment Seat. Croatia is beautiful, but at this particular time of year, flowers abound. I was happy to be back to work on this production, and we wasted no time. We set up immediately and did 2 shows in the city of Zapraszów. The cast was excited and ready to go to work. The Lord blessed us with many decisions for Christ, but I was the one who was tired. After The Judgment Seat, we began work on our new musical, Joseph, this time in Čakovec, Croatia. Word was out and we had a great assortment of actors to choose from. Rehearsals began, and in under 3 weeks we were able to go from auditions to rehearsals to performances. We moved inside the Čakovec Cultural Center, a small but beautiful theater with all the amenities we'd need for our production. The Lord was clearly blessing us. Ken and Marjorie Bell, my costumers from the United States, arrived with cases and cases of costumes, and they went right to work. They're seasoned pros, after all. We loaded in the sets and the decorations. We had a great crew to work on the arts and the sets, and they did a beautiful job. We got a late start setting up, but eventually the whole cast showed up, and we finished putting everything together in place. Well, with all the promotions, word was out about our production, and so I was interviewed on radio, newspaper, and television. I'm not so excited about the interview, but it does give me a chance to promote the show, so I do it. Normally, in such a small city, the theater would advise not presenting more than 3 productions, but we were believing for 7 productions in a row. Well, the Lord heard our prayer and sent the people. We had huge crowds each night. Opening night was finally upon us, and I gave the actors some last-minute details, notes, and tips on a good performance. Our final dress rehearsal didn't go well, so they were pretty nervous, so I wanted to encourage them. However, with the power of prayer, we were ready, and the actors came through. They were eager to do their best. The costumes and the sets together were beautiful, and the audience was just amazed at how professional the production turned out to be. We had less than 3 weeks to put the production together, and yet, with the Lord's help, we were able to put on a show that the actors were proud of. Thank you, Lord. The show was over, and the audience showed their genuine gratitude. The production isn't only an opportunity to evangelize, but it's also an opportunity to allow artists a platform to hone their skills. I also came and challenged the audience. Another part of Cornerstone Vision is to unite the churches to work in following up with those who make a decision for Christ. The performances continued and the crowds grew each night. We were amazed to fill the hall not just 3 times, but to fill it 7 times in a row. The Lord was definitely at work bringing people from everywhere. The actors finally relaxed as they learned their parts, and they were getting better each night and were having fun doing it. But as soon as the show had begun, it also came to a close. We were all sad as the Lord's hand was upon this production. After the production, the cast and crew posed for the official production photo, and everyone was just elated with the success of the show. But I give God all the glory. I'm so thankful to Ken and Marjorie Bell for bringing all their beautiful costumes to Croatia. Their ministry is definitely needed by me. I'm grateful to my new friends Lydia Novak and Frank Cetinich, who played the narrator and Joseph respectively, for their kindness, their professionalism, and their patience. But mainly, I'm grateful again to my friend and partner Vlado Hoblaj for his vision for Croatia and his love for the arts. It's because of him that we enjoyed such a successful production. I hugged my actors goodbye and I flew on to Vienna, Austria, then on to Warsaw. I arrived in the capital of Poland for just one evening and was met by friends Peter and Anya Klopocki. It was wonderful to be in Warsaw again. I have done many productions here and I felt like I was home. The next day I trained over to Katowice, where I would meet with some of the pastors. I was exhausted, and I used the train ride as a time to rest and to work. The committee showed us the Spodek Arena, a 12,000-seat arena that they're considering for next year's production. Wow! They were well organized and ready for a show. I was happy to meet such spiritual leaders as Thomas, Nicholas, and Henrik Kroll, as well as Mr. Park from Korea. All of this is possible because of a saint I met here. A Korean businessman, Mr. Choi, has been instrumental to bring my ministry together with all of these pastors. Praise the Lord for men like him, who feel they're not doing much, but actually they're making a great impact for the kingdom. One of the surprising members of the committee is the cardinal from the Catholic Church who is zealous to reach Poland for Jesus Christ. The cardinal had offered the church for use for our production, as it easily seats 3,000 people. What a beautiful church. The next day, I went on to Wrocław to meet with a new group of pastors. Shown here are the famous Mr. Choi, Mr. Park from Korea, and Edward and Ted, who are from Wrocław, leaders who will convey our meeting's results with the area pastors. I was grateful to have this time together with the leadership in Poland. Together, we hope to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ through a theatrical production next year and reach many for Christ. After the meeting in Wrocław, I trained back to Warsaw to spend a day with friends Leszek and Marilla Twardowski before leaving for the United States. But as excited as I am about being here in beautiful Warsaw, Poland, I'm more excited about finally going home to Dallas, Texas in just a few days.
Well, we had a great time in Croatia. Who could believe that the Lord would do so much in such a short amount of time? But that's what happens when you trust the Lord with all your heart. Well, that wraps up this month's edition of Cornerstone Presents. As you can see, I'm here in the beautiful old part of Warsaw, Poland, as I'm working with some pastors as we prepare a new production for 2009. Keep us in prayer that the Lord will make that happen, will you? Well, for more information, you can log on to www.cornerstonearts.com. That's it for this month. For Cornerstone Presents, I'm Richard Montez.